Oh, it is Money Monday, a segment here at 4 o'clock where we talk about easy to understand ways to navigate our finances. We do it with our friend, financial expert Paul Hood from Hood CPAs. Paul, got to start with happy birthday, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
It's good to see you.
26.
Celebrated your birthday yesterday. Yeah. 26, all right. Let's get to Mike's question. He's got a good one. We'll start there. Paul, I'm recently engaged. We're working on wedding plans. As you know, everything quickly adds up. What's your advice on starting and following a wedding budget?
Well, the best advice I would give him is to prioritize what's important. You know, is it the flowers? Is it the venue? Is it the food? And you prioritize that top to bottom and figure out what is the amount you can spend, and then just start allocating. A lot of times you end up moving things around. Maybe you don't do as much flowers because you want to do this. So the key is prioritize what's most important, and then what is that overall amount to allocate. And then sometimes you make sacrifices.
Yeah. And that guest list that starts at 500 and narrowing it down.
Oh yeah, it can. That's one quick way to cut the
that adds up quick too. Yeah. Paula writes in saying that I can't afford my house anymore. It's about to go into foreclosure and I'm scared for what the future holds. I don't want to move and I've tried everything I can think of to save my family's home. What are all the areas I need to look for before giving up?
Well, so of course in today's environment, I'd go to the bank and see if you can get a 90-day push to deferral. I'd want to know, has she lost a job? Is there something that's changed? I'd also, the very first question, sometimes, Brian, we have to ask tough questions. I'd ask Paula is have you actually sat down and made a list going through the last 12 months worth of bank statements, 12 months worth of credit cards, and what are you spending money on? Because a majority of the people, not saying Paula, but a majority of the people have no idea where their money's going. So I can't really say cut here, cut there until they actually do that hard work. So you have to actually sit down, 12 months worth of bank statements, what was charged on the credit cards, not credit card payments, and let's figure out where the money's going first, and then maybe you make some tough decisions.
Yeah, we were talking during the break. You said sometimes people come to you, they're spending $1,000 more than they're earning in a month.
Yeah, that's probably average, is because the credit cards have allowed people to live beyond their means.
All right, last question. That was a good one. Last question here goes to Todd. Todd's in a different boat. He says, we're looking to buy a larger home for our growing family. We've looked at some really great recently renovated homes in what we consider to be up-and-coming neighborhoods, but we've always heard not to have the most expensive house on the block. Is that true?
Well, you know, and I'm not a real estate expert, but I've been in that position many times. I've never had an issue with it. You know, I think I would probably prefer being the biggest house, the most expensive house on a block, than the least expensive house, unless you're trying to sell it to investors. The key is you know, you can go crazy and overprice a market, but that's going to be hard to do because it's a square footage thing. So I wouldn't worry about that much at all. I would be more concerned to make sure they're living within 70 to 80% of what they're bringing home and not going beyond that. So no, I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever.
And make sure you like it.
Absolutely.
You got to live in it.
You're going to be there.
Right,
that's
Paul,
exactly
thanks.
right.
Well, if you're watching right now, you have a financial question that you would like for me to ask Paul next week. All you have to do is just send in a quick email to moneymonday@griffin.news. We're back.